And we're live.
Nice.
Live from Lincoln Center. No.
I wish.
So I was just telling Eli, I read through the instructions last night. That's as far as I've gotten on this. I haven't really done much else, but it seems pretty straightforward. Not a whole lot to it. I was just thinking about how do you trying to think how to work these equations.
That's the biggest thing, the equation.
So we have to decide how much to produce or to plant of each plant, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we have the restriction, and then the required.
So the restrictions I came up for the square feet of each plant, the amount of plants that you can buy, and the square feet of the acres. I finished it late last night, but I was overthinking it. It's simpler than you think it's going to be.
Nice.
I just didn't know how to make it look good.
I figured the first page they gave us is like a data page, so whatever. But then we're gonna make a dashboard that looks nice.
Yeah, I couldn't make. You have to use the option buttons. Making
Don't like
those look
those.
good.
I don't like the option buttons because you can't really center them very well.
No.
The one's like right here, and then the next one is a little bit over, and then.
Yeah, don't like them.
I think I got it more or less centered, but dang.
So, what do you have questions on? I made a new table to do the solver.
I just made a whole new one.
It was better for me to think it through for the equations.
Okay.
But, that was just for me. So, let's see. I don't remember how to do this. Share screen. So I made a table that showed how many, let's see, what was it? So the quantity of plants needed, the required square feet, how many that would take to make 1.2 acres, and then the profit.
Nice.
That made more sense for me to think it through. And then my dashboard, I just did this. And you click on it and it changes.
There you go.
But these are I kept trying to make this big if statement. It's just, well, that one is for the name, but it's just the index. So,
that's what he says in the instructions is that just use the index. It's way simpler and way underutilized.
It was so much easier. So that's what I did. And the solver was pretty easy. Did the max on the solver. And then the restraints, and that was about it.
Cool. So you have to put a formula in all along the right side there under profit. You have to put a formula all through there, right?
Yeah, so I just took the quantity of plants times profit.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And that gives you your formula. And then for your square feet, it's just quantity times required square feet to fit the acreage.
Gotcha. So the restrictions, then you put the, let's see, or constraints, I guess, what they call them.
Either way.
Okay, so that's you have your total available square footage, maximum plants.
and then the required ground per plant.
Okay.
And then here I just calculated, so that's how many square feet per acre. Because the very last step, you have to give them a place that they can change the acreage. So I just made that function there. How many acres times square feet?
Cool.
So here you can change the acreage and then run
What
the
kind of
solver.
farmer only has 1.2 acres?
Not a very big one.
He's a hobby farmer.
Yeah. Well, he says he has another farm that he uses to produce food for his family. So maybe it's just a one corner of his field or whatever he uses just for his kids.
So my question was, to do the solver, you have to go back onto the data. I couldn't find any way. You have to be on the table with the data to redo the solver with the new acreage. Am I missing anything? It said something that put something on the dashboard to change the acreage, but then they have to run solver again.
Oh yeah, because the solver doesn't automatically refresh or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I just put a comment on there, like if you change this, redo solver.
There you go.
And
Oh,
solver,
okay.
and the solver's already in there. You just have to hit do it again.
Yeah.
Refresh it.
All right, that's a good point. Thanks. I'll do that. Just put a comment.
I'm sure you could make a macro though for it, but that just take more time.
Yeah, and we haven't learned those yet.
Oh yeah.
Well, I haven't anyway.
Those are coming up.
Yeah, it's Friday, I think, right? Or
Yeah.
is that next week? Cool. So how are you guys doing on your personal projects?
Yeah, good.
It's coming along?
No.
You said no?
No. I worked on it this weekend, but it ended up being more time consuming than I thought it would be.
So I've got mine all planned out in my head, but I haven't started it yet. I need to get on that.
Yeah, about the same place.
Oh. The pivot tables have been giving me a headache, but I'll figure it out.
Nice. Very nice.
Well, that's it. It's pretty straightforward. Like I said, the time consuming was just making it look pretty.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to copy you, Maureen, and make another table and work that out. That was a good idea.
It just made sense for me to think through the equations.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
All right.
Alrighty then. Well,
You
thanks.
guys, Friday?
Friday, 8 a.m. Right?
Yep. 8 a.m. for us.
7 a.m. I mean.
Excellent. Thanks,
right.
Dan.
Thank you. Have a good one.